My name's Frank Venezia. I'm the chairman of the Town of Bethlehem Industrial Development Agency. In connection with this project, we're going to have a public hearing. We're holding the public hearing to allow citizens to make a statement for the record regarding the involvement of the agency with the proposed project for the benefit of Cannon Development, LLC. It's a New York limited liability company. The proposed project consists of the following. The acquisition of an interest in approximately 26.83 acres parcel of land located on River Road in the town of Bethlehem. The construction on the land of an approximately 28,000 square foot building and a warehouse facility with related parking, which we'll be referring to as the facility, and the acquisition and installation thereon of related fixtures, machinery, equipment, and other tangible personal property, collectively known as the equipment. The land, the facility, and the equipment are going to be collectively referred to as the project facility. All of the foregoing constitute an industrial facility to be owned by the company, with portions of such facility to be leased to Scheib Corporation, doing business as Burt Crane and Rigging, as a crane and storage facility, and the balance of such facility to be leased to other commercial users for various industrial and commercial uses and any other directly and indirectly related activities. B, the granting of certain financial assistance within the meaning of Section 854.14 of the Act with respect to the foregoing, including potential exemptions from certain sales and use taxes, real property taxes, real estate transfer taxes, and mortgage recording taxes, collectively the financial assistance. And C, the lease with an obligation to purchase or sale of the project facility to the company and such other persons as may be designated by the company and agreed upon by the agency. This public hearing is required under Section 859A of the General Municipal Law. The purpose of the hearing is to solicit public comment on the proposed project. The comments received today at this public hearing will be presented to the members of the agency at the next meeting of the agency, currently scheduled to be held later this evening. That meeting is open to the general public. Legal authorization and powers of the agency. The provisions in Chapter 1030 of the laws of 1969 in New York, constituting Title I of Article 18A of the General Municipal Law, Chapter 24 of the Consolidated Laws of New York as amended, and Chapter 582 of 1973 laws of the state as amended, codified as Section 909B of said General Municipal Law, authorize the agency to promote, develop, encourage, and assist in the acquiring, constructing, and reconstructing, improving, maintaining, and equipping, and furnishing of manufacturing, warehouse, research, commercial, and industrial facilities, among others. The purpose of the hearing under the General Municipal Law is required because we are looking at more than $100,000 of assistance to the project. Among other things, we must hold a public hearing pursuant to Section 859A of the Act with respect to the project. Since the proposed financial assistance may exceed that $100,000 mark, then prior to providing any assistance to the project, we must hold a public hearing and the nature and the location of the project and the proposed financial assistance to be provided by the agency with respect to the proposed project. After consideration of the application received from the company, the members of the agency adopted a resolution on January 24, 2020, authorizing the executive director of the agency to conduct a public hearing with respect to the proposed project pursuant to Section 859A of the Act. The executive director of the agency caused notice of the public hearing to be mailed on February 12, 2020 to the chief executive officers of Albany County, the town of Bethlehem, and on February 19, 2020 to the Ravenna-Queens-Selkirk School District, and published on February 15, 2020 in the Times-Union, February 19, 2020 in the Spotlight, which are the newspapers of general circulation available to the residents of the town of Bethlehem. In addition, the executive director of the agency caused notice of this public hearing to be posted on February 13, 2020 on the agency's website and also on a public bulletin board located at the town of Bethlehem Town Hall. Copies of the notice of this public hearing are available on the table in the back of the room. Now, unless there's any objection, I'm going to suggest waiving reading the full reading of the notice of public hearing, and instead request that the full text of the notice of the hearing be inserted into the record of this public hearing. The comments received today at the public hearing will be presented to the members of the agency at or prior to the next meeting, at which the agency will consider whether to approve the undertaking of the proposed project by the agency and granting any financial assistance in excess of $100,000. Written comments. The notice of the public hearing indicated that written comments could be addressed to Tom Conley, the executive director of the agency. No written comments have been received by the agency prior to this public hearing. Is that correct? That's correct. Thank you. We have a representative from the company, Bridget. How are you? I'm doing great. You want to make a few remarks about the project? You've got some nice drawings and... Yeah, absolutely. Could you turn on the mic? Make sure it's on.
Is that better?
I think so.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Deborah Lambeck. I am the attorney for Cannon Development, which is the applicant for this project. The applicant has submitted an application to the IDA for a straight lease transaction. We've applied for financial assistance to the IDA for sales tax, mortgage recording tax, and an enhanced pilot. The project consists of the purchase of an approximately 26-acre parcel of land. We're going to be constructing one building initially of 28,000 square feet. That facility is going to be partially occupied by Burt Crane rigging facility. The project is going to cost about $4 million. That's the private investment from the applicant. The applicant intends to create approximately 5 full-time jobs with salaries of about approximately $50,000 to $100,000 a year. We are in the planning process now with the town. We hope to get final approval sometime March or April.
Thank you. Let's move forward with the public hearing. I'm going to open the public hearing for public comment at 5:10 p.m. today. If you want to make a public comment, please raise your hand and I'll call on you. Okay, Liz.
Hi, I am Liz Staubach. I'm the Economic Development Coordinator for the town. Just wanted to speak in support of the project. The town's in support of this project for several reasons. The first, the project is in conformance with the 2005 comprehensive plan. The plan identified this site as an area where mixed-use light industry, office and technology development should be focused. In addition, one of the stated goals of the 2005 comprehensive plan was to achieve a balanced tax base, and the development of this site would lead to a more diversified tax base for the town. The project is consistent with the 2013 Comprehensive Plan Assessment Committee report in supporting a town-wide economic development strategy that identifies this specific area as a location for economic development. And the project will also achieve specific economic development goals outlined in the Bethlehem 2020's Economic Development Strategy from November 2011. The proposal is consistent with the final draft of the local waterfront revitalization plan as well for the town. Finally, the Capital Region 2020 Upstate Revitalization Initiative identified a shortage of industrial space from the 2,500 to 5,000 square foot market for light manufacturing. It's something I have spoken to the board about in the past, the need for having this available inventory of space in town. And this project would provide some of that space that's needed in town. And finally, you know, in support of a local company, a local woman-owned company, keeping that in the capital region, I think is important. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else for public comment? Another 15 or for? Okay. We will keep the hearing open for another 10 minutes. So seeing there are no further comments, I'm now going to close the public hearing at 5:24 p.m. Thank you all for attending.